beginning of the week, yeah. A little tired, but yeah, it's okay. It's Monday. Everybody hates Monday. I don't hear. I think it's in mute.
Would you say?
Yeah. I'm here now.
Oh, how was your weekend?
It was fine. Yeah.
Good. Well, give me one moment. What I see is that you were on Keynote 3 and Unit 5, and we should be starting, or not Unit 5, Unit 12, and we should be starting on A, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, just give me 1 second so I can share my screen with you. How have your lessons been going?
Yesterday?
Huh?
No. Friday.
Oh no, I was just asking, like, how have they been going? How have you been progressing?
I think it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Give me 1 second. My computer is moving a little bit slower. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so can you read that first part for me next to 12A?
Yeah. A woman kickboxing in her home in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Yes. Well, I was gonna say this one, a healthy lifestyle at the top.
A healthy lifestyle.
Yes. And can you give me any examples of that? What do you think of when you hear a healthy lifestyle?
Like a work balance with your lifestyle. That is more common when the people do exercise.
Right?
Also eat healthy, eat a lot of vegetables and fruits. Also,
Right?
have a schedule for sleep. There is sleep
Mm-hmm.
between 6 or 8 hours at night. Also, avoid to eat too much junk food or fatty diaries.
Yeah.
The other thing maybe they can do it. They also have a work balance. I mean, they have like a work 8 hours per day, and they have the time for the person doing their own things. I think this is
Mm-hmm.
like a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Sounds great. And yeah. Do you think doing something like that is difficult? Like, because it takes a lot of dedication and to do that, right? Like making sure you're eating properly and um just like standing so stern on making sure what you're doing is healthy, I guess.
Yeah, and also stress.
Mhm.
A lot of uh, body work in the woman doing this sport.
Right. Yeah, a lot of and dedication too. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we see she's kickboxing and it shows us just in this picture what she's doing. So we can move on. It says vocabulary describing health and well-being. So can you read these instructions right here next to 12.2?
Complete a sentence using the words in the box, then listen and check your answer.
Okay. So tell me which words you think should go next to
Okay.
the lines.
Losing a job is very stressful.
Okay. Mhm.
Mental exercise such as doing Sudoku puzzle can recharge your ability to solve problems.
Okay. Great.
Work shouldn't be everything in your life. It's equally important to engage in leisure activities and maintain a work-life balance.
Mhm.
No, the number 4 is after a busy week at work, I often recharge on the weekend by doing something I enjoy. The number 3 is strength.
Strengthen. Okay.
Yeah, number two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, strength. And number 4 is recharge.
Strengthen, and then you said number 4 is recharge. Okay. Okay. And can you relate to any of these things? Like, for example, recharging, needing to recharge.
I really recharge with the mobile phone.
What? Sorry, what was that?
Recharge, for example, when you use the energy to recharge your phone, something like that.
Well, yes. I was saying, can you relate to this? Like, it says after a busy week at work, I often recharge on the weekend by doing something I enjoy. So, like, for example, I know I asked you, like, how was your weekend or how are you doing today? And you're like, yeah, it's the start of the week. You know, it's Monday. So, usually on the weekends we recharge, like they said, you know, by
Mm,
clearing our mind, you know, from like the busy week that we had, and just trying to like, I don't know, feel more connected to ourselves, maybe. So,
Yeah.
you'll probably need a recharge, you know, on Friday or like this weekend, you know, because we just started the week. So it's
Mm,
not really about like your cell phone or like in terms like a physical like thing. It's more like a, I don't know, I guess a spiritual kind of thing maybe, or like some kind of like not physical thing. Does that make sense?
yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. Okay. So you can check or watch this video and see how you did. Maybe I can play it so you can see your answers as well. But if it's too small, let me know and I'll make the screen bigger. Let me make
Okay.
sure that my audio sharing. Okay.
1.
Can you hear that?
Losing a job is
Yeah, I
very
can see.
stressful. 2. Mental exercises, such as doing Sudoku puzzles, can strengthen your ability to solve problems. 3. Work shouldn't be everything in your life. It's equally important to engage in leisure activities and maintain a work-life balance. 4. After a busy week at work, I often recharge on the weekend by doing something I enjoy.
Great. And I'm not sure if you heard that first part, but you got one correct. I think I may have been talking, but one was stressful. So you can check that. Okay. So, what do you think should go there?
Uh, uh, Straightness.
Actually, no, don't, don't actually, don't mind that. That was me. Let
Yeah,
me
that was
do
a
that again.
mistake in the HT.
Yeah, and the TH. Yeah, but yeah, so let me show the answers. Okay, great. Yeah, so yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we can move to the next one. It says complete the sentences, highlight the correct words.
Okay. A productive person is someone who works efficiently to produce good
Mhm.
results. To cope with a situation is to manage it well.
Mhm.
To maintain a healthy diet, we have to watch what we eat and drink.
Mhm.
An active lifestyle involves a lot of exercise.
Mhm. And then do you have any questions about these concepts at all?
Um, check out is like to going to regular to a doctor. That's the
You
meaning.
said you said checkups?
Check
Yes,
checkup.
exactly. Yes. Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, so
yeah,
kind of like you go to the doctor like once a year. Usually people do that to make sure everything's intact. And then productive person, yeah. And this person, right here, this sentence right here is an active lifestyle involves, a lot of exercise. So that sounds like what we saw up here, healthy lifestyles. We said that like someone who's like, um, very active in like watching what they eat, watching, what kind of things they do, like in terms of health wise. Yeah. Okay. So we can check
yeah.
that. Great, great, great. And so you have no questions about this, right?
No, it's everything great.
Okay, good, good. Now it says work with a partner. What is something you found stressful recently? How do you cope with difficult situations or challenges? So what is something you found stressful recently?
Well, I found is something stressful because I live in Peru and we have like a real riots between the political issues. So
Mm-hmm.
it was
Right?
stressful because it was like a stop day for a mobilization for the transportation's leaders. So we don't have any means of transport. So it was too difficult to go to different place or to go to a
Wow.
or to a different city. So it was an stressful week. But it was the last week. It wasn't stressful. That 2 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. And how do you cope with difficult situations or challenges? Like how did you cope with that, for example?
When that it's difficult because you can do it nothing. It's, it's a political issues.
Right?
I also um in stressful situation in general, I like to do yoga and to take breath in and breath out in order
Mm-hmm.
to uh, normalize my thoughts and don't generate anxiety for situation that I can control.
Right. And that for example, yoga is a form of recharging. That's something that people do
Yeah.
to, yeah, so that's a good example of that. Um, great. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear about that. Um, let me see. So it says what your brain does when you sleep, listening. Um, so can you read this right here, this paragraph for me?
Listen for additional information. Words such as which and that introduce additional information to the main point of a sentence.
Hmm. So which and that introduce additional information. Hmm. What can you think about, or what can you say that where you can use these words? Can you maybe use, or can you maybe tell me about this issue with the writing again, and maybe use one of these to try to introduce additional information, just so you can get a little familiar with that.
Which and that is like a relative clauses in order to explain something.
To introduce additional information. So
Yeah.
like what can I say? Hmm. That is, or let me think. I'm trying to think of like
Mm-hmm.
something, especially what you were saying. Um, so you said you guys weren't allowed really to go outside. Um, like that is because of the riots, or that is because the government is, these kind of things. So like, it gives more, it helps you like introduce more information or more details into the topic you're saying. So what is something, well, it doesn't have to exactly be about what you just said. It could be anything else, but just something where you can give more information, but you can use these words to help you introduce more information. So
Okay.
you can talk about, maybe you can talk about yoga, I don't know, or something else that's maybe of interest to you.
Yeah. All right. I make a sentence. A sentence about
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
you can, think about it, and we can come back to this. Like we can watch this video and come back to it. just so you don't feel like on the spot.
Hmm.
It says watch an explanation of Jeffrey Lift's research on sleep and the brain. Okay, and then it says what is the main point of the explanation? So I'll play that video and then we'll see what you get.
Jeffrey Iliff is a neuroscientist who is interested in understanding how our brain works. He and his team have discovered why sleep is so important to us. All of the cells in the body produce waste, which, along with dead cells, has to be cleared away. Carbon dioxide, proteins, and even water are examples of waste products. The waste, or debris, in different parts of the body is taken away by a network of vessels called the lymphatic system. This process happens mostly during the day, when we are active. However, the brain has no lymphatic vessels, which means it has to clear its waste in a completely different way. Brain cells produce a lot of waste because they are highly active and use a lot of energy, so the brain needs to be cleaned regularly. Unlike the rest of the body, waste accumulates in the brain all through the day when we are awake. When we fall asleep, the brain shifts to a cleaning mode and the waste is slowly cleared away. This is like leaving our household chores to the weekend because we are too busy during the week to do them. And, as with cleaning our house, if we leave it too long, the brain starts to get dirty and cluttered.
Okay. So can you read this question for me?
What is the main point of that explanation? Mm. Number 8, letter A. Sleep is important because it's the only time for the brain to clear its way.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. And do you relate with that or do you agree with that?
Yeah, it was also I have never known about that information. I know it's important to sleep, but I have never
Right.
realized that because our brain cells need a system to waste all the things, for example, the protein and the carbon dioxide, also water. So
Mhm.
I have never realized that we, when the sleep, we also eliminate this waste substance. So yeah,
Right.
it was a nice
Right.
information to know.
Yeah, exactly. And you said too, like it's it's important to have those 6 to 8 hours. Like it's very important to have a good enough sleep. Because they even say too, exactly like in that video, like your body heals itself during sleep because everything's at rest and it's able to just like do all the work, that you're not able to when you're like running throughout the day and back and forth and stresses, but just like when the mind is completely at rest, yeah, that's really cool. That's why they say too, like, you'll grow taller if you sleep. I don't know if you've heard that. It's like a funny thing
Yeah,
people say, but
I
huh?
hear about that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's like a myth, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Um, okay, so it says watch again and then highlight the correct words. So, you can look at this for a second if you want, and then I'll play it just so you can kind of know what to look out for in the video. And then tell me when you are ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Jeffrey Iliff is a neuroscientist who is interested in understanding how our brain works. He and his team have discovered why sleep is so important to us. all of the cells in the body produce waste, which, along with dead cells, has to be cleared away. Carbon dioxide, proteins, and even water are examples of waste products. The waste, or debris, in different parts of the body is taken away by a network of vessels called the lymphatic system. This process happens mostly during the day, when we are active. However, the brain has no lymphatic vessels, which means it has to clear its waste in a completely different way. Brain cells produce a lot of waste because they are highly active and use a lot of energy, so the brain needs to be cleaned regularly. Unlike the rest of the body, waste accumulates in the brain all through the day when we are awake. When we fall asleep, the brain shifts to a cleaning mode and the waste is slowly cleared away. This is like leaving our household chores to the weekend because we are too busy during the week to do them. And, as with cleaning our house, if we leave it too long, the brain starts to get dirty and cluttered.
Okay. What do you think?
And the brain clears waste in a different ways from the rest of the body because it lacks lymphatic vessels.
Okay.
Unlike the rest of the body, the brain is unable to clear its waste when we are awake.
Okay.
The brain switches to a cleaning mode when we sleep.
Great. Awesome. Yeah.
Mm.
And do you have any questions about that?
No, it's
Or
clear.
is anything about this interesting to you? I mean, I know you said it like the importance of sleeping and stuff. I know you mentioned that. Is anything else about this like, wow, you know?
Yeah, I think all the information it was new for me. I have never thought
Mhm.
about the sleep as a way of a method of cleaning. So yeah, it was interesting.
Yes. And if you have any friends too who don't think sleep is important, remind them this. Because a lot of people don't, they're like, I don't need to sleep. I only need like 2 hours or something. But
Yeah,
yeah, you need it. You really need it.
yeah, especially that it's very common before for an exam that people
Right,
didn't sleep. I only
right,
take a lot of caffeine.
right.
Yeah, but it's bad. It's all the positive.
Yeah. And then because they just think they'll just sleep after it or something, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think you need a good, because like you can only do so much studying too. So like honestly, the night before, it's better to like get the most sleep you can get. Even
Yeah.
though most people
Yeah.
don't, but yeah. And I've been guilty of that too. So I know how it is. So what does it say under this picture?
A sleep study helps scientists find out what happens in our body when we sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So critical thinking says inferring work with a partner. What analogy does the speaker use? What is its purpose? Okay. So what analogy does the speaker use?
Uh,
Like, so I guess
maybe
they're talking about the video, but I'm not, let me see. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess we're gonna read this and then they're talking about this. So talking about lifestyle. So do you want to do A or B?
A.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. You've been yawning all day. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just feeling tired.
How much sleep did you get last night?
About 5 hours, I guess.
That's not enough. I heard we need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah? I usually get more sleep. It's just that I've been stressed out over schoolwork recently.
Maybe you should find a way to cope with the stress so you can get more rest. How about doing some exercise?
I'm not really into sports. I prefer activities like reading.
Reading is good too, as long as it's something you enjoy. It will help reduce your stress.
Perfect. And one thing I would say too, just to help with what's the word I'm thinking of? I'll just say, with just to help with telling the difference between a question and a statement is make
The
sure when it's a
intonation.
question, huh?
The intonation.
Yeah, the intonation. Yeah. Because just so it's really clear that you're asking a question like, "Are you okay? How much sleep did you get last night?" You know, instead of like, "How much sleep did you get last night?" Or like, and because then it just makes it more clear. Yes, intonation. Yeah, perfect. So you already know. um,
The intonation.
um, so right here it's okay. So it says what analogy does a speaker use? What is its purpose? So what analogy do you think the speaker is using?
Analogy. Hmm, Well, they
So
talk about the importance of sleep in order to reduce your stress or doing an activity you enjoy, so you reduce stress and you sleep better.
wait, would you say wait, say one more time, I'm so sorry.
Well, they say about the daily the speaking. It's because this man sleep um, the the number of hours between 7 to 9 because he feel stress, and then she said that it's important that he enjoy something that he want to do in order to relax.
Yes. Uh-huh. And then like so what comparison do you think they're making? Because it says it's a comparison between one thing and another. So typically for the explanation or clarification. So is she comparing, you think, like the hmm is she comparing like what you gain from sleeping or like between hours, or is she comparing, like, what do you think she's comparing or they're comparing?
The number of hours of sleep.
Hmm. And then why, and what is its purpose? What's the purpose?
And the purpose is to encourage her friend to sleep more in order to find something that he enjoy, for example, doing exercise or reading a book.
Hmm.
If you reduce your stress, you can sleep better.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think you already answered it, why speaker B isn't getting enough sleep. And then you brought that up. You said, what did you say again?
Um, because the conclusion is you if you feel less stress, you can sleep more.
Right. And then yeah, like you said, yeah, he's not getting, or they're not getting enough sleep because they've been stressed out.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever felt that before?
No, yeah, that's true because that's also happened for me. For example, when I feel so stressful, or maybe when I have a lot of thoughts or a lot of the work that I have to do, and uh, I didn't. I also I overthinking. I don't
Mhm.
relax. Uh, um, that's the result that I didn't sleep my hours, or maybe I wake up in the middle of the night, so I don't have like a
Right.
total rest of sleep.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and it really can affect you. Like me, like I felt exactly that same thing. Like it's just really hard to keep your mind clear on that, especially you think you can just go to sleep, but then you're still thinking, so you're just kind of just like looking up at the ceiling or something, you know?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
happened.
But yeah, just like and that's why it's good too that you do yoga. Like those things really help clear out the mind and help you like really let ease or let go some of that stress. Um, so now, I guess we can watch this video. Well, I think this video basically is just giving this conversation. So, we can just hear it just to hear them say it.
You've been yawning all day. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just feeling tired.
How much sleep did you get last night?
About 5 hours, I guess?
That's not enough. I heard we need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah, I usually get more sleep. It's just that I've been stressed out over schoolwork recently.
Maybe you should find a way to cope with the stress so you can get more rest. How about doing some exercise?
I'm not really into sports. I prefer activities like reading.
Reading is good too. As long as it's something you enjoy, it will help reduce your stress.
Okay. And did you think about a way you could use these words? I know I kind of kept going, but I don't know if you thought of something just so that I don't like leave it.
Okay. For example, yoga makes me relax. That's mean I don't overthinking. Also concentrate in my breath,
You said concentrate in your what?
in my breath. Breathe into your have.
Like your
I forget
breathing,
the
yeah?
pronunciation. In my breathing, yeah.
Oh,
I
nice.
say the
Okay,
word.
great. Great, great. Okay. Awesome. Great. Okay, so now it says work with a partner, describe your lifestyle, talk about your daily routines, interests, and how you take care of your health. Use the expressions in blue above to help you. Okay. So, what can you tell me about your lifestyle?
Um, I usually wake up very early at about 6 a.m. because I have to work. I have to be at work
Mm,
at 7 a.m. So
mm-hmm.
I then well my breakfast is very healthy because I eat a lot of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Then also protein with eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I don't then in the lunch it could be like I eat I will say like a little balance with a little balance between
Uh-huh.
proteins and carbohydrates and carbohydrates as well.
Carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates.
Yeah,
Carbohydrates.
uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, but I used to be vegetarian, but I know.
Oh,
But
I'm vegetarian.
I used to be vegetarian,
No,
but
I know, no,
because
I know, I know. I'm saying
of
I
my
I
dream
am
of
too.
work, it's difficult for me
Oh,
to
yes,
continue with
yes.
my diet. But I
How
am
long were you vegetarian?
like 2 years, I think.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's hard, especially in these Latin American countries, because at that time it wasn't too much products to offer for vegetarian, but now they have
Mm,
like a huge marker, and that's okay. That's fine.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of like, especially those like fake burgers.
yeah, stick burgers.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
those are really
alternative,
good.
but yeah, that's good. But despite I am not vegetarian anymore. I
Mhm.
I I am I like I would say like I am flexi vegetarian because I avoid to eat meat, but if I have to eat, I usually eat because it's important
Mhm.
also for a balanced diet.
Right.
This is related with the food. In the exercise, to be honest, I am a little lazy, so I also do yoga because I doing some exercise uh, for straightness and
Mhm.
even for elasticity. I don't know if it's a word, and also for
For
the
keep going, keep going. For
okay,
like flexibility,
yeah,
like
for flexibility. Yeah,
mhm.
flexibility. That's the word. That's the word.
Uh-huh.
Um, but it's like 15 minutes, no more. Um,
Mhm.
um, do well. I also do yoga every day while the meditation and the breathing like 30 minutes. And they
Mhm.
also help me a lot for have a better rest and a better sleep.
Mhm.
Uh, I am very healthy in the day. I don't smoke. I also eat. I also drink in social occasions, but no more.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's I think is all. I'm related with my hobbies. I do I recently uh, start a new hobby doing some handmade jewelry. That is also
Oh,
help me
nice.
for stress. Yeah,
Nice.
that's very nice also doing jewelry by hand. Yeah, I
Cool. That's
think
really
that's all.
cool. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Yes, I can tell you your diet is healthy even though you say you're eating meat again, which is fine. But it's healthy enough. Even though I guess you don't count yoga as working out, yoga is working out. Like that's still some form of like, exercise. It's just, just a different form, I would say. And you also mentioned like, your jewelry hobby. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Um, and how do those things make you feel like would you say after listening all those things, would you say your lifestyle is pretty healthy? Like does that make you feel do you feel like you're like pretty generally healthy?
Yeah, I think um because of the pandemic, I didn't do
Mhm.
nothing of the yoga or things like that. I used to practice also when I was a teenager back then because of the university's issues and wars. And I
Right?
stopped it back then. I returned like a year ago, and there is also
Mhm.
helped me the pandemic it was like an uncertain situation and you don't know what will happen also when your future plans and things like that and
Mhm.
they also I returned to be more healthy because I didn't any kinds of exercise and then I returned to practice yoga again and this also helped me to for a better rest and also for being more energetic in my daily life.
Mm. Mm. And then I'm sure your diet helped with that as well.
Yeah, also too.
Yeah. That's cool. It's really cool. Um, so do you have any questions or any other questions about this lesson?
No, I think it's okay. It's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what kind of advice, like from the information you took or the information you learned from this topic or this section, what advice would you give to a friend who needed to better their health or like you could tell they needed to improve their lifestyle and health wise? So maybe you can
Okay.
give me like three things. What three things would you give them from this that you learned?
Uh, Firstly, you have to sleep. I mean,
Sleep.
uh, sleep well from 6 to 8 hours. It's also depends on the person because I know that a person who sleeps 6 hours, it's okay for that person, but another person needs 8 hours or more. So it's
Right.
also depend of your body, but you must sleep the number of hours in order that your body or your mind recharge.
Right.
Another
Sleep.
advice
Yeah.
is sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
sleep.
And make
Another
sure to put the P sound at the end of that. Sleep.
sleep. Sleep. I have a problem with pronunciation with DT. Sleep.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm here.
Mm. Yeah. Another advice is you eat healthy.
Mhm.
It's important. You have a good healthy diet.
Balanced diet, yeah.
Balanced diet.
Mhm.
Another is you find something that you wanting to do in order you rely your stress.
Mhm. Recharge.
You yeah, and then you recharge
Mhm.
and you can
Great.
recharge
Yeah.
whenever.
Great. Now I know how to have a healthy lifestyle.
Well,
Great. Thank you.
it's easy
What
to
were you
say,
gonna
but
say?
in the reality, well,
Oh
I'll say
yeah, of
that
course.
yeah, because we have a lot of um how to say that? Well, we have well we know about everything we have to do in order to maintain a good or a healthy lifestyle. Back then, the people are very lazy, especially young like me, and
Right.
yeah, it's more easy to do like a sedentary lifestyle, to eating junk food, don't doing
Right.
exercise, because it's
Right.
also like a discipline involved to
Right.
maintain a healthy lifestyle.
You have to have a lot of dedication, yeah. Like you have
Yeah,
to say,
that's
I'm
true.
going to sleep this amount of time, I'm going to eat this, work
Yeah,
out, yeah. It
that's
takes a
true.
lot, but I mean like it's so beneficial and even if you mess up or like you don't work out this day or you eat this cookie, as long as you like pace yourself and like, just don't go all the way off. Like, cause there's moments where you can like, let yourself, you know, take a break or have a little, yeah. But just like, yeah, exactly. Just having that dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great. So if you don't have any more questions about this lesson, I think we have time to start 12B if you're okay with that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, good. Okay. So, what does this say right at the top, right next to 12B?
The importance of sleep.
Yes, the importance of sleep. And we actually know this, right? We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
So we already pretty much know how important it is. But let's see why it's so important. There's something else we can see. So it says language focus, discussing facts about sleep. So what does it say next to 12.5?
Read the information. What time of the day are you usually most productive?
Productive, yes. And are you
Productive.
familiar with the word productive?
No, it's okay. I know it's productive.
Huh?
Just no,
You
I
know you
know the
know what this
meaning.
means. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know the
okay.
meaning of
Okay,
productive.
yes. Okay, great. So we can watch this video. I think the video gives us an explanation of this. Yes. But well, I guess they want us to read it. So, okay, so take a look at this. Tell me what time of the day are usually most productive?
Um, I would say in the morning about 10 a.m. I think I am most productive.
Mm-hmm. You would say you are.
You are, I say I
Yeah?
am. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Um, let's take a look here.
Five facts about sleep. Sleep plays an important role in our lives. A lack of sleep can affect our ability to work and study. 1. How many hours of sleep do we need each day? 2. Tiredness usually peaks twice a day at 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. 3. If you fall asleep within 5 minutes, you're sleep deprived. The ideal time is between 10 and 15 minutes.
Hmm.
4. People can make terrible mistakes if they don't get enough sleep. Sleep deprivation played a role in accidents such as the Exxon Valdez oil spill, the Challenger space shuttle disaster, and the Chernobyl nuclear accident. 5. Adult humans sleep about 3 hours less than other primates. Chimps, monkeys, and baboons sleep around 10 hours a day.
Hmm. I'm sure a lot of people would want to sleep as much as a chimp.
Yeah,
10
I
hours?
also
That
know.
seems. Have you ever slept that much? 10 hours?
No, not too much. I think for me, the maximum hours I sleep, I think, is like 8 or 9 hours,
Y-
no more.
Yes, the most I've probably slept was probably 8 or 7, 7 or 8 hours. Because I'm one of those people who probably are good with sleeping 6 hours a day. Even though I'd like 8 hours, because that seems sweet. But yeah. Um, so from this topic, is there anything on here that was new information to you?
It was, well, the number two, that tiredness usually peaks twice a day.
Mm, yeah. I
And
thought I
also
this.
the
Oh, go ahead.
and also number four,
Yeah.
especially for the Chernobyl nuclear accidents, ma-
Mhm.
who realized it's because the people didn't sleep a night
Right.
before.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought three. That was kind of new to me too, because I didn't know that. Because I've definitely fell asleep or fallen asleep in 5 minutes. So I guess I was sleep deprived at that time because I'm known for falling like literally my I'll be around my friends or something and be on my phone and then they'll think I'm awake and I'm like already sleeping like after like they're like I thought you were awake and I'm like yeah literally sleeping. Um, but yeah, so that I guess that applies to me. So it says listen to the conversation. What happens when we don't get enough sleep? How can getting enough sleep keep us healthy? Discuss with a partner. So I think this right here we'll finish with this, okay? With letter B. So play
Okay.
that video and then we'll answer these questions.
When do you think the brain is more active? When we're awake or when we're asleep?
When we're awake, I would think. Am I right?
Well, actually, the brain is busier when we sleep.
Really? That seems strange.
Yeah, but that's why it's important to get enough sleep. Our brain needs the time to do a lot of work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, according to a study published in a medical journal, if you didn't sleep for 24 hours, you'd feel as if you were drunk.
Hmm.
You mean we wouldn't be able to think clearly?
Yeah, something like that. And if we don't sleep for a couple of days, our body won't be able to function properly. We won't be able to do simple things like have conversations.
Wow. If I didn't have to spend an hour commuting to work every day, I'd be able to get more sleep.
Yeah, sleep's really important for our health. For one, we learn and remember things better because the brain uses the time we sleep to prepare itself for the next day.
Hmm.
But also, if you don't sleep, you tend to feel hungrier. So you might gain weight.
Hmm.
Sounds like sleeping is better than going on a diet.
Okay. So what happens when we don't get enough sleep?
Well, we feel drunk. We
Mm,
don't think clear, and also we don't like a simple functions like speaking, it doesn't work properly.
Mhm.
You feel hunger, and it is
Mhm.
related that the people eat more.
Right. Yeah. And those are some crazy things.
Yeah,
um
but they are all really there is a study behind. So yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And let's see. It says how can getting enough sleep keep us healthy?
Because when we sleep, the brain is prepared for the next day,
Mhm.
and uh, they also well in the sleep the work more work more instead if they're away.
Mhm.
Um, so all the connections working at night, also
Right?
um, the
The
brain
the
cells
brain works
working.
harder at night. Like when you're
Yeah,
the brain works harder when you're sleeping.
yeah.
Right.
Also for the memorizing process is working, so it's
Mhm.
important the sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, like we said before in the last lesson too, like people really underestimate how important sleep is. And yeah, especially here, like just those things are just kind of scary. Like especially they say after a few days of not sleeping, your functions are all just messed up. So I feel bad too, because there's people who have like, trouble sleeping, like narcolepsy, for example, and they just, you know, just can't fall asleep. I actually
Very.
worked with a lady like that too. She once was awake for like 3 days straight and didn't get any sleep, and I was like, how do you do that? Obviously it wasn't healthy for her, but yeah, it was just really, it's crazy that, people actually
Yeah,
don't sleep.
but
Yeah.
also, for example, the medicals and the doctors and the nurses have this working shift and didn't work and didn't sleep like 24 hours, 40, 48 hours, and they also
Right.
work.
Like firefighters,
Yeah,
yeah, nurses,
firefighters also.
doctors, exactly. Yes. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. I'm happy I don't have those jobs because that is just that's
Yeah, they can be
scary.
horrible. You're in the
I
middle
kn-
of the night and you have to
right,
wake up. Yeah.
right. Like yeah. um well, I think hmm maybe we can, because we still have like a couple minutes. I think we can look at this one if you're okay with that.
Okay,
um
yeah, it's so fine.
yeah, okay. So it says watch and study the language in the chart. So looking at this chart, talking about imaginary situations. So, do you want to read them? Or you read one and I can read one after we just go back and forth?
Okay. If I
So you can
have
start with the
more,
first one. Yeah. Sorry,
if
go
I have,
ahead.
yeah, if I have more time after work, I have out with my friends.
Yes.
Mm,
And are you familiar with that? I'd.
Sorry, what you saying here?
Oh, are you familiar with that? Like you see where it says D, like that comma D, or the X, that
The
intonation D.
the
Yeah, so
contraction
like
of wolf.
right. So I would hang out with my friends. Does that make sense?
What? Yeah. And what would you say in the contraction? Because it's I will, but when the contraction is I'll.
Yeah, like wait. We said for I will, you said?
Yeah,
Yes. So I'll, yeah, exactly. I will,
I'll,
I'll. Yeah,
I'll.
exactly. And
Okay.
then if his house wasn't so far from the office, he'd bike to work every day. So, was not and he would bike to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
And the
I
next
were
one?
you, if I were you, I'll get advice from a fitness trainer.
Mm-hmm. Were. Mm-hmm. If she were rich, she'd travel around the world.
Okay. If I live by the sea, I go surfing every week.
If I lived by the
If
sea,
you live, yeah.
I'd go surfing every week. And then, if there were more hours in a day, what would you do with the time? What would you do with the time?
If I have more hours, maybe doing another hobby. For
Yeah,
example, playing or
maybe you could create clothes.
yeah, why no? Very cool. Very
That's
very
really cool.
close.
Like people who can sew and like do all the seamstry, like that's really cool.
Yeah, it's also very relaxing for me, so yeah, I like it.
Mhm.
Another things I will do maybe to start to play an instrument like violin.
I actually played violin growing up. It's really hard, but it's fun, and so it's such a pretty instrument.
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't
hard.
say it's really hard, but it's challenging. It's not like that hard, but it's challenging. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say for me all the musical instrument is challenge.
Piano is a good place to start because all of the notes are out like just right there, and you can just press it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I would try it.
yeah.
I never try on piano.
Yeah, I would say that's a good place to start.
Okay,
Um,
go back.
yeah. Well, great. Okay, so we can end here if you don't have any questions about anything here, and then when you start your next lesson, you can pick off on here on D, because I believe this video is just what we just read.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
do you have any questions, Carolina?
No, it's clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, I hope you have a great night, and yeah, see you soon.
See you, teacher. Hi.
Bye.
Bye.